Thirsty ass bot. Yeah, what the fuck? Dude, that has to be a bot. Oh, psychic energy. Wait. Psychic energy? Maybe he doesn't have cornerstone. What does he have psychic energy in there for, though? If you have psychic, you might not have cornerstone. Latias, bro? Oh, true. Mind bend? I guess. Is mind bend that important? What do you mind bending? But if you're playing, if you're if you're playing psychic energy, are you also playing fighting energy? That seems like a lot of different energy types. Is bait he plays 7 cornerstones? That's right, you vessel for psychic energy first, and then you hit him with 7 cornerstones. All right, here we go. Round 1. Dude, this is the first time I've ever seen Soul Rock and Lunatone in the opening hand for a Gholdengo player. Kieran is so lucky, bro. What the heck? All right, over to Daichi. Off turn into the Arvin. Is there cornerstones? Will we cry? Well, Kieran will cry also, I guess. Oh, now he plays one of Lily's Clefairy. The Lily's Clefairy would be interesting for sure. Definitely be interesting. Looks like the earthquake has been stopped. Nah, it's still there. Well, it's there a little bit. I guess I don't know how much it's there, though. No, it's still very much there. Still very prevalent. But I actually went back and checked. I was curious, like, if the quality of the stream from last year was similar. Oh, does he play a Frillish? They're showing a Frillish. What the fuck is the Frillish in there for? Oh, is that his counter to Gholdengo? Oh, this could be interesting, actually. If he's not playing Cornerstone, assuming that the Gholdengos are going to tech for the Cornerstone, has the tech Frillish for the Gholdengo matchup. So you make them commit to a 1-hit KO on an Absol, and then you go in with Frillish. But his Psychic Energy is prized. Question is, how many does he play? So that'd be a cool switch up here from Daichi. We'll see. I assume that was a grab for the trolley. It'd be fun if he just grabs 2 cornerstones as well anyways. It's just like, I also play the Frillish, but also here's 2 cornerstones. Maybe it's on some count of Prism Energy. I don't know. Prism Energy is pretty bad. It's so hard to find. I mean, the same thing is true for the Mist Energy, but the Mist Energy are kind of like essential. Then Mawile wins anyways. Well, it could. It depends what energy you have to discard to get to the 1-hit, though. All right, well, that's not cornerstones, and they're not prize, so this could be an interesting match for sure. Yeah, I compared the quality of this stream to last year's LAIC, and the video quality is a little bit better, but there was still the shaking. There was still the shaking last year as well. Are we gonna have a second stream today? I doubt it. Don't don't expect it. Oh, the aggressive Fez. Interesting. I have not finished Silk Song yet, no. Is Tord playing? Tord is not playing, no. All right. Petron, Yveltal pushed up. Retreating into the Kangaskhan. I mean, if Kieran draws the nuts, he could get the KO here. Miss Turbo Energize to the active here, and then we're just going to load up the Absol. I am curious to know how many Psychic Energy Daichi plays. It seems like Daichi's tech card for this matchup is the Frillish. I see a Psychic Energy at the deck, so it does play double Psychic. Maybe even plays double Frillish. It could be a double Frillish. Is Jesse Cotton playing LAIC? Of course. Who do you expect to win the tournament? All right, Gholdengo number 1 here, utilized from Kieran. It looks like Kieran might be playing the Lavencia Stadium as well, so is teching for the Jelly Guardy. Jelly Guardy is on a lot of people's minds lately, is including the tech for that. Definitely not going to get the KO here from Kieran. This would be an insane... I mean, I guess I don't want to rule out like a Lunatone draw into triple Vessel, but nah, not happening. Anyone else eating rice porridge for Christmas, or is it only a thing in my country? Rice porridge. Is it like a sweet thing, or is it like a savory thing? I will not be eating rice porridge for Christmas, personally. No Lavencia? Are you sure? I thought I saw it. Am I trolling? I guess I wasn't paying attention. Is there no lightning energy in there? I thought I saw it in his hand. Must have been a different trainer card then, I guess. The sweet thing was sugar and cinnamon. We eat tamales for Christmas. Okay, yeah, not enough. I was like barely any energy. He could Artisan. Does play 2 Artisan actually. Has another Gimme Ghoul. Has a Nest Ball, so you could go get Genesect, but Genesect's kind of bad to put in play because then it opens up the Yveltal line for Daichi. So I feel like my grandma used to always do tamales on Christmas. I've had tamales on Christmas before. All right, well, Daichi definitely has the ability to attack with Absol here. Has Arven, can get Vessel plus Bravery Charm, swing with the Absol, start putting on the pressure, and then make the transition into the Frillish after that, possibly. There's the Frillish. And yeah, here comes the Arven, Vessel, Bravery Charm on the way. That's a super cool inclusion, to be honest. Thinking about what to get rid of here off of the Vessel. Frillish technology. Second Kangaskhan seems pretty weak. Daichi is going to give it up here. Yeah, it has got to be... Like, the Absol's got to go down before Kangaskhan. And if that happens, and then your Kangaskhan goes down, you literally lose the game, so... Why does it say you can't co-stream Pokemon TCG's broadcast? They have an official broadcast or co-stream broadcast list that I should be able to get on. I messaged someone to get on the list, but it should be fine. It's just so, like, Pokemon could take your channel, like, stop your channel from co-streaming if they wanted to, but I should be good. Like, Twitch themselves doesn't have, like, an auto way to, like, detect it and kick me off it or whatever. So, don't worry about it. I'm restreaming the Twitch stream specifically because I'm restreaming the Twitch stream specifically because the Twitch stream is just higher quality. The YouTube stream is just worse quality for some reason. All right, so we get to discard a card. I mean, it's Super Otter Boss for sure, I feel like. Eileen, oh, there's a Turo in there, actually. Ooh, the Turo's a good target. I thought it was 2 Boss's Orders. Boss seems like a pretty weak pick because there's probably 4 Boss in Kieran's list or 3 Boss and a Prime Catcher. I was thinking about the Nest Ball, actually. Oh, they're actually, I mean, for how weak of a setup, no, it's got to be the Turo, right? Because you could have just Turo reset the Gholdengo here as Kieran and draw more cards that way. I was thinking about the Nest Ball for a second, though, it looked like. And I guess that would, like, be a hindrance to Kieran potential on this turn, but yeah, the Turo opens up lines for Daichi later on through Yveltal potentially. All right, Kieran now has 0 energy in the hand and 0 superiors, and that is okay. That's going to be the last of the draw power. Oh no, we have a vessel. We have a vessel for 2, and I think there's 3 energy in the discard pile, so we're still a little bit short on energy here from Kieran. I think we're missing. We need a vessel or a superior at this point, right? Still could nest ball for that Genesect, thin those Gholdengos out of the deck and set up another one. But then you have 2 targets in play for Yveltal. You have the Lunatone and the Genesect that can get Yveltal. But, I mean, Yveltal isn't infinite. You can't just, like, trap something for forever, so. Alright, so I think it's 3 fighting in the discard pile, 1 metal in hand, 1 vessel in hand. That's 5 energy total. I think Kieran's missing still. We could see a boss KO, though, from Kieran. We could see boss KO on maybe the Yveltal here. Or the Monkey Dory. You'd probably target the Yveltal, though. Commits to the vessel here. Yeah, unless I'm incorrect about how many energy in the discard pile, but I'm pretty sure the discard pile just has 3 fighting energy. He discarded the Turo. Yeah, so 3 energy in hand. Supporting. Maybe he just punches the active, actually. I guess, like, the one thing almost, like, nice about Kieran's hand is, like, there's not that many high-value stuff. So, yeah, maybe we just go for the 2-hit on the active here from Kieran, actually. That looks like what he's going to do is just invest into the active here. This does give Daichi damage to work with Monkey Dory. Honestly, though, Daichi running to, like, Yveltal next turn doesn't even seem like a bad play. Yeah, Kieran's just going to punch the active. You can't really, like... If you ran in Yveltal this turn, you could run, I guess. You could attach the Monkey Dory to start moving damage to the other side. Alright, let's see what Daichi does. Draw for turn. You could also just, like, punch with Absol and wait to Frillish on the next turn as well. I guess this play from Kieran, though, does help actively play around. The play here from Kieran does actively help play around Frillish, right? Because we're expending less energy to the discard pile. A 2-hit KO in the Absol is almost just better for Kieran. And I don't know if Kieran knows about the Frillish either. I guess he saw the basic psychic energy, but that doesn't tell him about Frillish. I mean, it could just, like... Now maybe he's just thinking about the possibility of Mind Bend. But now if Kieran goes... Superior. Take 4 energy out of the discard pile. Use those. Oh, we got an Eerie. He's got Eerie in here as well. Chill. We only find the Super Rod here. But honestly, the Super Rod is like a pretty good card at this point to play around Frillish. If Kieran would have played it preemptively, though, who knows? The thing is, yeah, the thing is, like, Kieran doesn't know about the Frillish. He knows about the psychic energy. But as far as he knows, that's just for Mind Bend. But maybe he is aware of the technology. Daichi could still run here. Daichi could still run to Yveltal and, like, pass with Yveltal in the active after seeing Kieran's hand. Kieran is just a superior way from being able to... Actually, Kieran's a energy and a boss. Monkey Dory getting involved this turn. 30 goes to the Gholdengo. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have hated to see Daichi go for the play here. Arven is so weak, though. Maybe I almost wonder if a boss is better to grab there from Daichi. Like, Arven does remove the guarantee, and there's another Arven. Arven removes the guarantee of an Arven next turn, but, like, Kieran, like, doesn't necessarily need to draw into an Arven. He's going to see plenty of cards this turn anyways, and has a ton of Arven left. The Arven grab there seems a little bit weak. Appreciate the tier 1 there, Sean. Appreciate the 22 months there, Bisco. Good morning. Thanks as always for the amazing co-stream. Appreciate it, Bisco. Appreciate the continued support. See, I'm not a huge fan of the Arven discard there from Daichi, to be honest. There might have been something, if you get rid of that boss there might be like a line that comes up where Kieran runs out of boss in like the late game or something like that. The Arven is just such a weak discard. Maybe the air balloon is even arguably a better discard, to be honest. There was an air balloon in the hand, right? I feel like the Arvin was just not correct. Oh, see, I can't even go back. I can't even scrub back in the player because we're on Twitch now. Actually, how well does it work? You can scrub back in the player, but it's like takes forever to load, right? Oh, it put me at the beginning of the broadcast. Oh, put me in the middle. What the heck? All right, back to live. Because I want to go check what was in Kieran's hand there. But I'm pretty sure Kieran did have an air balloon. I think the air balloon or the boss would have been better. That's a Fez. Oh, it does work. This overlay works. Where you can mouse over the card and then it pops them up. Yo. It doesn't work all the time though, right? I feel like this thing doesn't work all the time. Hit air balloon artisan double boss Arvin. Yeah, I feel like the air balloon. I feel like honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of like the air balloon discard. Or Kieran is going full wide here. Fez, Genesect. With only one Turo left, Daichi could just go into a Yveltal line on the next turn if he wants to. He's got a couple different options here. Final Gholdengo used. I think Daichi's in like a... Daichi seems to be in like a really, really good spot here. Has Prime also? He is playing Prime. Okay, so maybe opening up this line of Yveltal to Daichi actually isn't that bad. He is playing the Prime Catcher. True, true, true. So it's actually not that bad to bench all these Pokemon then. Because there's just a Kangaskhan on the bench to be taken away. Or you could go like Turo plus Prime to KO one prize and a two prize into a two prizer if the Kangaskhan gets pennied. 3 more cards getting drawn here with the Lunatone. More than enough energy in hand. And the Erie's been played. We're KOing the Absol. There's a lot of high quality cards in the hand here for Kieran, but no fear at this point of the discarding, of losing the resources. So you could use all your energy here, or I believe the Vitality Band is in hand, and the Vitality Band math does line up here. But then you don't have the Vitality Band for the Lunatone later to KO Frillish, or for the Solrock later to KO Frillish. But once again, I don't even know if Kieran is aware of Frillish. Who knows if Kieran even is considering the Frillish here at this point. But Solrock with a Vitality Band does KO Frillish, so it forced like the Bravery Charm out of Daichi. All right, there's the KO. And I imagine that's going to be the line here from Daichi. I mean, Daichi doesn't know that Kieran's on Prime Catcher, potentially over Secret Box. So you could go for a Yveltal route here as Daichi, now that you could, because you've gotten rid of a Turo. Yeah, because you got rid of a Turo as Daichi here, you know Kieran's probably playing 2 Turo, but do you make the gamble that he's not playing Prime Catcher, and do you go for back-to-back Yveltals here to try and win the game that route? Because that's double Yveltal. I mean, Yveltaling Fez and then Yveltaling Genesect probably leads to a victory. Was that a Zerosic as well? Hold up. Dude, Daichi just plays literally all the disruption cards. Ursaluna gets benched. We're into the Arvin now. There's Countercatcher in the hand. Is Daichi just going to get aggressive? Oh, I guess Kieran does have 3 prize cards left. Daichi could just go KO and win this game. Could go Ursaluna knockout into Ursaluna knockout. But if Daichi has, or if Kieran has, yeah, we don't have a penny. We don't have a penny for the Kangaskhan. But yeah, Daichi's not even going to try and get cute with the Frillish. He's just getting aggressive with the KOs and hoping Kieran doesn't have the full boss combo. But Kieran has the full boss combo. We can put a Bravery Charm on the Kangaskhan as well to force 1 extra energy out of Kieran. Not even going to do that, though, it looks like. Just go for the knockout. And then Kieran will win next turn with the KO. Was the Frillish prized? All right, and there we go. Pack it up. Maybe there wasn't enough energy in the discard pile to consider the Frillish line here from Daichi. It wasn't prized, though, right? Wait, does Daichi even play a Frillish? Is there even a Frillish in Daichi? There's a Frillish in Daichi's deck, right? They've showed it on screen earlier. He had Penny, no? He did have Penny, but he couldn't attack with Ursaluna and Penny because he had to get the energy switch. Yo, appreciate the sub there, Trevi, welcome to the Rat Pack. Daichi also saw Kieran's hand the turn before, and I know he drew 3 or 4 cards, but I think Daichi should have waited at least another turn. Kieran didn't have a lot of cards in the discard pile. Oh, wait. You're trying to do what Logan said. Yeah, I guess the Eerie might have been a little bit hasty from Daichi there. Maybe slightly hasty. What if there's like just not even a Frillish in Daichi's deck, like at all? Oh, I was wondering what was happening. The Yveltal clutch play seemed better there. I mean, the Yveltal clutch play just loses to Prime Catcher, like, eventually. Like, Kieran doesn't even need... Like, Kieran has so much time to find second Turo and Prime Catcher. So that's the problem with the Yveltal clutch play. If you put Kieran on Prime Catcher, the Yveltal clutch play is definitely worse. If you put Kieran... on Prime Catcher, the Ursaluna play is the better play, for sure. Because you give Kieran less time to, like, find an out to winning the game. So the Frillish was just a lie? I don't know. Playing 2 basic Psychic Energy and not playing the Frillish seems kind of weird. I don't think the Frillish was a lie, to be honest. But, I guess we'll see. I assume it's actually in there. They showed it on screen, and Daichi is also playing 2 basic Psychic Energy, so... if there's no fish, what are we doing? Alright, Daichi chooses second here. There it is, the Frillish start. Yeah. But I feel like maybe, especially once the Vitality Band was committed to the active, couldn't Daichi have committed to the Frillish line? Why didn't Daichi Frillish there at the end? Kieran still had a decent amount of energy, but... I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, because why didn't we just Frillish there as Daichi? Kieran still had a decent amount of energy left, but not enough to... Maybe there was enough energy left where Kieran could just win the game? Not sure. Frillish Charm is 3 energy. Loop it once and that's 6 energy. Yeah. Oh, Kieran does play the Lana's Aid too. It's prized here. There's a boss and an artisan at the top of the 2 prize cards here for Kieran. A lot of Gholdengo play Lana's Aid. Yeah, but you don't play in fear of Lana's Aid as Daichi here. That would just be like, why are you playing Frillish then? Like, yeah. You're playing the Frillish for this matchup, for this situation. Why'd you put the thing in your deck if you're not going to use it when the time to use it is then? Maybe he knows Kieran plays Lana's Aid, though. I guess that could be something. He might just know about Kieran's Lana's Aid, so he knew the Frillish line wasn't good enough. But that'd be like a weird card to know that Kieran plays. I guess maybe he sat next to him in a round. That would make sense. If he knew about, now that we know Kieran plays Lana's Aid, if he knew about Kieran's Lana's Aid, then that would make sense. All right, the draw from there from Daichi is Frillish and Chill. Kieran can just win this turn. We need a Stadium Bump, a Vitality Band, an Air Balloon. I would need a little bit too much, probably. Might be a weird question, but why not chuck up Badoo in? Badoo's like specifically very powerful in the early game, and the deck already has things. It's good in the early game as an attacker, but both decks already have things they want to do in the early game with attacks, like 95% of their games plus. So it's just a wasted card, basically. All right, we're not completely dead in the water here from Daichi. Going in with the Arven now, and there's the Trolley and a Brave Charm, and then we're into the Trolley here. No Turbo Energized Grab, so I think we're just going to commit to the fish for a little while. Kangaskhan's being Fished out as well. Monkey Dory. What is going to be the line here from Daichi? It looks like Mega Absol is grabbed, so that's still going to be the route. Did prize Petch, Absol. The top 2 prize cards are Petch and Psyduck. Those are the ones I need to actually... Y'all can see the rest. There's no Cornerstone in Daichi's deck now. All right, into the Frillish again. He could actually just beat him with with item lock here. That would be pretty funny. Draw pass. Yo, the Frillish with the carry. He's doing it. So what's the banner saying in the top right of the screen? Eat your vegetables, or you're gonna get scurvy. One fish against the world. Absol getting built up on the back line. Things are looking pretty good here for Daichi. As long as the Frillish can take a KO or 2. I mean, we'll take 1 KO. Kieran's like turn is so slow now. If we get the 4-hit KO on this gimme goal, and it is going to be the 4-hit, and then we'll be able to get into the Absol on the next turn. Or just keep Frillishing. I don't know. We found our energy for our Absol. There's another energy in hand. I think Daichi could maybe just sit on this hand, to be honest. Burns the turbos, goes into another Lily though. Gonna see a fresh 8. Well, gonna see a shuffle 8 cards, not a fresh 8 cards, but ish. All right, and then the Frillish will be getting. Oh, wait, it's not dead. The Lively Stadium. My bad, my bad. That's a beefy gimme ghoul. Oh, we're running away. Kieran making use of that Lively Stadium. Going from gimme to gimme. Could see a boss here from Daichi. Honestly, Frillish boss KO this gimme ghoul does seem really good. Okay, and we do have the boss. Continuing the item lock, removing a gimme ghoul from play. Next turn, maybe going in with the Absol. Looks like Kieran here is going to protect the bench gimme ghoul and promote the Soul Rock. Metal Energy top deck, but that's not going to lead to anything new with the cards that he has in his hand. We could see it be attached to the gimme ghoul, but that's about it. He's going to commit it to the gimme ghoul, and there's the pass over to Daichi. If Daichi has Absol, boss KO, gimme ghoul, this game feels like it's just over. We'd also be able to build up another energy on potentially a Monkey Dory, or even maybe you just start to load up the Kangaskhan at this point from Daichi. We do see the Vessel happening here, searching out 2 energy. A couple options for attachments, where we could put it. Could continue the Frillish lock, but I feel like if you have boss KO off the bench here, you go for that. If you don't have boss KO, oh, there's the boss. Oh, he's going to continue the Frillish lock, though. Interesting. I feel like Absol there is just, like, more than good enough, right? But we do see Kieran wants time for game 3, feels like he's in an unwinnable spot, and he probably is in an unwinnable spot. The Frillish with the hard carry in that one. Good scoop angle from Kieran. We will get to see Kieran go second now in this game 3, which is definitely where you want to be in the matchup. That time we got to see the full effect of Frillish. But I do kind of question why Daichi didn't Frillish more aggressively in game 1, to be honest. Like, looking back on the situation he was in, going into Kieran's turn, where all Kieran needed was KO on the Kangaskhan. I don't know. Felt like the better play from Daichi there would have been to go into either the Yveltal or the Frillish play, to be honest. The Ursaluna play just seems like just really weak that he went for. But now we're here in game 3. Neither player wants a tie here. A tie here is effectively a loss in terms of trying to progress through the tournament. So doing your all to try and win here is important. And obviously, with the caliber of players we have here, we know that winning the tournament is the goal. Daichi will be going first. As a Vessel. Ooh, perfect discard fodder. You know, the Duck is just always there for you, man. He's just like, that's the homie right there. Up against Pult, boom, hits the bench. Got a Vessel in your opening hand turn 1 in a matchup you don't need him. Boom, he's in the hand, ready to go. Ready to be discarded. We'll take a nap in the discard pile. Top 2 prize cards are Picnic Basket and Poffin for Kieran. And, ooh, Lana's 8 is prize again, but it's in the first 2. And then for Daichi, Psychic, and Arvin. But yeah, nothing crazy on either side. So do you think Zerosic is worth it to include the Absol box? Probably. It's pretty good in... It's a good mirror and Zorark, like, breaker. 1004 makes top cut, right? So a tie is better than a loss for Daichi. Oh, true. Daichi does have... I just assumed both players were 7-1-1. That's a good point, yeah. Actually, a tie here for Daichi is fine. Kieran is 7-1-1. So a tie for Kieran is not fine. Good catch. Why not use Badu instead of Frillish? It's the HP difference. Extra HP is like a pretty big deal. Badu with a Bravery Charm just dies to Soul Rock with a Vitality Band. You do play Lively Stadium, but Gholdengo does play their own stadium, so it's not like safe. Should I cut a one of fighting from towards list to play as Rosic like Ryuki? Probably not, no. If you're going to commit to the Cornerstone package, you should probably just commit to it. Actually not getting deck checked at all? What do you mean? Are you trying to tell us something? Why would X21 not make cut? Or wait, not expect to make cut? No, X21 should make cut. Them cards are hella warped. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. What matters is if you can identify a card amongst other cards. That's the question with what's it called? X12 rather. X12 could make cut, but it's effectively X12 makes cut at the same rate that X21 makes cut. So like if Kieran loses this game, X21 and X12 are the same thing. But if he wins it, ooh, we're going in with an aggressive Eerie from Daichi, but that's probably not what Daichi wants. It's probably all that Daichi has. Like a tie here for Kieran is fine, but a tie is equal to a loss. They're like the same thing. So you may as well go all out for the win. Even in like a situation where you have a 1% chance of winning, if you win, you can lose another match. If you tie, you can't lose another match. And if you lose, you can't lose another match. Oh no, dude, would be such an unfortunate game 3. Draw 3 from Kieran. It's nothing crazy. He's going to commit to the retreat. Wants to try and get aggressive here and get this KO, but we're not quite there. But does have a Gholdengo to draw 2. But XO3 is that much better. Yeah, because if you go XO3, you can tie another game, and then that is XO4 is equal to X21. So a tie here for Daichi would be fine. A tie here for Kieran is effectively a loss, so you may as well go all out for the win. It looks like Kieran is going to get this KO on the Latias, I assume. Because he used Vessel to discard a energy. If all the cards are equally warped, it's no different than a perfectly unwarped deck. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know. I don't know this for sure, but I think you could even... I think even like... Yeah, so it has all the energy for the KO on the Latias here. Even if Kieran didn't get the KO here, Daichi has so little developed on the other side of this. Like, it's looking pretty bad. There's the KO, gets 2. I mean, maybe some kind of like Frillish play here to slow things down. But it looks like Daichi is literally living off the top deck. Wait, is it good? Oh, it's Kangaskhan. It's not great, but it could get better. But you are leaving this 3 prize Pokemon in the active. We got Nest Ball. Nest Ball becomes Pheasantipity. Okay. A little draw power chain here from Daichi, but leaving a Mega Pokemon in the active is obviously not great. Is it more valuable to keep the Vitality Band or keep the energy in hand? That is a good question, actually, Big Steve. I was thinking that as well. The Vitality Band later. The thing is, like, the Frillishes are probably always going to be out of range anyway. So getting your value out of Vitality Band now is probably just correct. Because it's pretty easy for Daichi to line up a Bravery Charm onto the Frillish. So, yeah, it's probably correct. Is one Genesect taking Dango good enough? Yeah. It's more than enough. Oh, true, with the Charm Stadium, it's above 80. I get it. Yeah, the stadium's not as big of a concern, but the other thing is... Okay, this game is definitely not over. Daichi also was able to catch a Superior early on in the game. Actually, have 2 Superiors been played? Because we caught one with an Eerie, and then did Kieran have to play one last turn? So that is 2 Superiors gone, right? This is actually, like, winnable for Daichi here. Counter catches up the Lunatone as well to try and be disruptive. Yveltal makes its way to the bench and then into the Lily. We still need to find a better target for this Turbo Energize. We're looking for an Absol here, probably. Even another Kangaskhan would be decent. No, he used Vessel, I think. No, he used Vessel and then he used Superior. He's down 2 Superior. He probably got Lana's in hand. I don't know about in hand. Lana's Aid? Wait. Who's the most decorated Japanese player? Is it Daichi? No, it's Shintaro. Did you Lana from prizes? Oh, okay. We found Nest Ball. Daichi can set up the Absol here. And honestly, an aggressive Absol here seems decent with 2 Superior down. See what Daichi thinks the play is, though. Obviously, it's not like a ridiculously good spot. Especially if a KO happens next turn. But it is possible that Kieran whiffs the KO next turn. And then things are starting to look pretty good. But the Absol will just get primed. Oh, yeah, true. Actually, I mean, Daichi should just concede here, right? Technically, Kieran could have an answer for any play he does, so I just pack it up, right? There's no point in playing the game. In fact, just draw from the tournament. What if your opponent just draws everything every single time? It's not even worth. Actually, why did they even... Why did he even show up to this tournament? When we really think about it. There's always game 4. All right, Turbo Energize going on. The Absol gets loaded up here. Over to Kieran. Maybe it's close to having the KO. Ooh, I think it does have the KO in hand, yeah. Starting with that Lunatone cycle. Actually, I can't tell if there's an Arven in hand or not. Also, would you commit to the KO on the Absol, or would you just KO the active here? If you could do both. Daichi's best case scenario seems to be sawing the game out with a Frillish for a tie in the end. That might be the route he goes into if a Mega Knockout happens this turn. Yeah, if the Mega goes down this turn, then it might be a Frillish angle. Frillish and Prey. Yveltal's not really a strong line here with 0 Turos down at this point. Kieran... Oh, he's going to go for the Fez. Interesting. Maybe he can't reach, or he doesn't want to overextend resources. Maybe he wants to try and conserve. Interesting choice there for sure. Because I think he could have gotten the bigger KO, but is choosing for the smaller KO here to preserve resources. Because to go for the Absol KO, he'd have to expend a Superior and the Lana's Aid, probably. But now he has to only expend... What, Vessel plus Lana's Aid here? Oh, wait, no, he can't play Arven and... He can't play Arven and Lana's Aid in the same turn. You can't play both. We have no access to Superior here. No guaranteed access. This is the only play that Kieran can make. The question is, does he go for Lana's Aid or does he go for Arven for Superior? And it looks like the Lana's Aid is being lined up here. Yeah, that's not even a consideration here. He literally can't do that. He has Superior in hand, I think. I don't think so. I know he has an Arvin. I don't think he drew the Superior, but maybe. Might be in there. And then he's just... No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it's in there. He just can't KO it. He couldn't guaranteed KO the Absol. Otherwise, he probably would have gone for it. And then just hold the Lana's 8 to respond to the Frillish. All right, down to 2 prize cards left here for Kieran with the KO. I guess he could also now go boss KO with 2 prize off the bench, right? Lana's Aid. Kieran still has a 2 Superior and a Super Rod left, though. So still has a lot of energy to work with. Starting off with the vessel here from Daichi. I feel like we're looking for an Iono here. Iono plus Swing with Absol seems pretty decent, to be honest. Or you could just go into Frillish. The Lana's Aid has been expended here. There's an okay amount of energy in the discard pile, but not like a crazy amount. So maybe it is a Frillish line from Daichi at this point. Pech-Yveltal line. I mean, there's still 2 Turos left. The Pech-Yveltal line is like not... I mean, it might be the only... I mean, that's just so weak, though. Because you're also just going to KO things too aggressively. The Arvin is coming out here for Daichi, going for the Trolley, going for the Bravery Charm. I feel like we're seeing a Frillish line form in before our eyes here. We'll see. He is counting energy here, seeing what's left available. And there we go, committing to the Trolley. The fish is on the way. Completely carried Daichi in game number 2. Can it now carry him in game number 3 here? Honestly, maybe it doesn't have to be an infinite fish as well from Daichi. Like, maybe he just needs to buy time to find Eerie. And I think I saw Sorosic in... Yeah, I think I saw Sorosic in Daichi's hand in game number 1 or not game number 2. So if we could just buy time to find either of those cards, that could be enough here, to be honest. Needs to buy a turn. I think he needs more. He needs more than a turn, right? He needs a couple turns. Can the fish do it though? All right. How many energy are in hand here? 4 here. Oh, there's the third one. Well, the fish is dead. Can Kieran just win? No, can't win this turn. Okay, cannot win this turn. Also, do you really want to expend 3 energy to KO a fish? Or do you want to, like, Turo this and then punch a Soul Rock instead? Probably not, right? So what are your thoughts on Dango and Mawile in Dango? It's good. It should, like, people should be playing it, for sure. I think not playing a Cornerstone tech this weekend was trolling, personally. This weekend was not the weekend, but hasn't punished Kieran in this game so far. Yeah, it looks like Kieran's just going to KO the active here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be 9 energy down with this fish KO. Kieran can't... I don't think Kieran can KO another Pokemon. Like, one-hit KO a Pokemon here. Can Daichi find another fish? If Daichi finds fish, I think Daichi wins. But can Daichi find the fish? Countercatcher top decked. That's not now to a fish. Kieran can still get into a Soul Rock and punch a Soul Rock, but Counter catcher on the Lunatone, try and be disruptive, and then is it just going to run into an Iono here? It is just going to be the Iono. 1 card for Kieran, 6 for Daichi. Kieran might just not be able to KO a Mega here as well. So if Daichi just leaves a Mega in the active, Kieran might not be able to respond to that. But if Kieran can just find a Superior Energy Retrieval and play it, or find the Super Rod and play it. There's a Night Stretcher. There's the Eerie. That's not going to be very good right now, though. We need some help from the Kangaskhan here for Daichi. Lively Stadium. And Penny. No outs to the Fish attack, but Kieran did get Iono to 1. It looks like the Mist Energy is going to be placed on the active here. He's going to put the Lively Stadium in play. That will make it relevant for the Kangaskhan. Of course, Kieran could just have, like, Boss Superior to KO the bench Pokemon instead. Fighting Gong and Nest Ball in hand, so Kieran does have access to shuffle the deck before drawing cards here with Gholdengos, and does have a Fighting Energy left in the deck, so can draw some cards with a Lunatone as well. All Kieran needs to do here is find a Superior Energy Retrieval and play it. He doesn't even need to take a knockout. If he just puts 4 energy in his hand, the Frillish play is no longer a threat, and he should be in a pretty good place to close this game out. So very high odds of Kieran basically locking up game on this turn. Probably not super high odds of him winning the game, but he doesn't need to win. He just needs to play a Superior Energy Retrieval. He just or Super Rod. He just needs energy in the deck. But if he can't find either of those, the Frillish play is still live for Daichi. We see Daichi's here, or Kieran here is even debating not using the Lunatone, but you need to use it here. You need to find one of those cards. The Arvin was found. Okay, he should be safe here. He doesn't have game, but we don't need to win this turn. We just need to set up so we can't lose to Frillish. The game's not over now, though. Yeah, Super Rod and Air Balloon searched out there from Kieran. Just going to shuffle some energy back into the deck to have the fuel to be able to KO a Frillish with a Bravery Charm. Now, the Lively Stadium does put the Frillish outside of a triple energy attack range, but Kieran does play double Artisan, and I believe has both left in the deck, so would be able to get there eventually. Poffin getting burnt here as well. Ooh, there's still Gimme Ghouls in the deck. Get the squad in play. You can just commit to double Gimme here. Depends how many Gholdengo are left, right? At least 1, right? Be that. I wonder if we just... Did we ever leave Lunatone in the active? Probably not, right? Retreat to Gholdengo. Pass. Also, Vit Band. Ooh, the Vit Band on the Dango does matter. Good point. All right. Now things get weird for Daichi. What is your play now as Daichi? I actually don't even know. Maybe you have Eerie. Maybe you just play the Eerie first and then see what's in Kieran's hand. But I think you know the Eerie's just not going to be very effective here, because Kieran wouldn't have played Arvin for another energy recovery card if he had an energy recovery card in her hand. So Daichi should know there is no Superior in Kieran's hand right now at all. What's Kieran's answer for Cornerstone? He does not play one. Daichi will stall for 3 minutes to go for a draw, maybe? Yeah, maybe you just play Iono and hope that Kieran can't get the 1 hit. That could be the play here. That could be the play here from Kieran. Just from Daichi, just leave a Mega in the active. Iono to 1, leave Mega. Arvin was found, so he could go get the fish. Maybe, maybe not. Absol attack. Yeah, I guess Iono plus Absol could be pretty good. Hopefully, Kieran doesn't have a Superior in hand, so if you can Iono Kieran into a Superior and then Absol discard it. Of course, it is just 1 card, but it could be the 1 card. I don't know about counting the deck there. Yeah, Iono Claw does not seem bad. Or what about just like Iono Kangaskhan get 2 heads? Yeah, the Kangaskhan is currently stuck in the active. Oh no, there we go. We have Petch in hand. Petch will get us out of that. And then here comes the... Daichi needs to make a play at some point. He might get a slow play warning here soon. All right, he should maybe get a slow play warning. All right, there's the Arven. I don't know if Brave Charm is left in the deck, though. Or not Brave Charm, the out to the Psychic. Oh, he does have it, though. Oh, he's going to go, okay, Night Stretcher plus Brave Charm. Gets back the Psychic and makes the fish, takes the fish out of range, too. Should we not have Ionode? I mean, he just wants to guarantee the fish. He's just trying to, he thinks guaranteeing the fish attack here increases his odds of Kieran not winning. Kieran could win here still. And then there we go. Frillish Punch for 20. Over to Kieran. Draw for turn. Did he get the stadium? Drew a fighting. Plays the Arven. And time is expiring in 5 seconds. Kieran needs to retreat and draw double fighting? A fighting? He should draw 2 fighting energy off this. Yeah, Kieran literally needs to retreat and draw 2 fighting off this Gholdengo here. All right, time is expired. There's 2 fighting energy in the deck. Kieran has to draw both of them off of this coin bonus. That's his only out here. Oh, maybe. Oh, he could thin out the deck actually with Artisan first. There's 2 fighting. This is where you call for the Judge Shuffle 100% of the time. He has Boss. We couldn't boss anymore after you whiffed on the first Gholdengo, right? Is Dango in hand for 1 more draw? Oh, so we can draw 3 cards here. Okay. Judge Shuffle got to be optimal. It's definitely optimal here. Oh, so we can, yeah, so we could draw +1. Oh, so you just want to stack all 3? Oh, he didn't. I feel like Kieran was trying to build up a suspenseful moment, and the judge was like, "No, draw your cards." There's the whiff. This was still. It does come down to a tie, which is favorable for Daichi.